Good morning and welcome to Cafe Talk. I'm Emily and Lisa is here with me for 3 fresh stories.
Morning! Today we have Eagles, baseball broadcasts, and a cafe menu. That is a surprisingly full breakfast tray.
It is August 11th and our stories are about a donation near a bald eagle's nest, a new women's baseball media deal, and an upcoming pop-up cafe.
A nest, a television schedule, and a latte can all lead to a good conversation if we give them a little room.
We have 3 very different stories, so let's give each one a clear place at the table.
Perfect. My reactions arrive with their shoes untied, so they need a clear place to sit.
Today's keyword is campaign. It appears in the fundraiser and the new league's inaugural campaign, while our cafe story asks what customers will want.
One word can sit beside a fundraising goal and a first season? My calendar is already trying to give them different colors.
The first story has a large donation and a piece of land near 2 bald eagles.
I already picture a quiet shoreline, although I promise not to draw the rest of the picture without help.
Then we will look at a new agreement that will bring women's professional baseball games to ESPN and Scripps Sports Network.
That is the kind of news that makes a sports fan check the calendar before the coffee's ready.
Our final story is about Bethany Frankel's Supermodel Cafe, which is set to open on August 13th.
I am listening carefully. A cafe based on snacks has my attention before the first cup is even poured.
Along the way, notice how a place, a game, and a recipe can each bring people together in different ways.
And notice that I will probably connect every one of them to something I could carry in a tote bag.
If you enjoy turning real news into relaxed English conversation, subscribe and take a seat with us again tomorrow.
I will keep your chair clear, although your coffee may need to defend its corner of the table.
That sounds likely. Let's begin with a property campaign that passed an important goal.
I am ready. Please bring the map, but leave the imaginary campfire stories at home.
Our first news story is about Greg and Anna Brockman. They donated $5.5 million to a campaign to buy Moon Camp near the nest of the bald eagles Jackie and Shadow.
$5.5 million is a big lift. It sounds like someone taking the heavy end of a sofa when the whole room is trying to move it.
The donation pushed the campaign past its $10 million goal before the purchase deadline.
That must change the feeling around the campaign. A goal can look far away until one moment makes the finish line visible.
The land is a 63-acre forest and shoreline property near the nest.
Forest and shoreline in one place sounds like a landscape with 2 different voices. Is that why the location matters so much here?
The connection is simple. The campaign was raising money to buy that property near the 2 eagles' nest.
I understand. Even people who have never visited can feel attached to a place when they know it is close to a familiar nest.
I can see why. Knowing that the 63-acre property is close to Jackie and Shadow's nest makes the location easy to picture.
That is already plenty. Sometimes a few clear details make a place feel more real than a long speech does.
And it really is a striking combination: forest, shoreline, and a nest nearby.
Right. I can imagine packing a quiet picnic, but I cannot turn my picnic basket into a news report.
Still, the campaign passing its goal before the deadline is a meaningful moment in the story.
It's like seeing the last missing puzzle piece click into place, except this puzzle is a real property and real people worked for it.
That moment fits one clear sentence: the donation helped the campaign pass its goal. A short sentence, but it carries a lot of teamwork inside it. Our second news story is about the Women's Pro Baseball League. It secured a media rights agreement with ESPN and Scripps Sports Network for its inaugural campaign.
A new league getting a place on the screen feels like adding another chair to the living room game night.
Under the agreement, the streaming partner will carry 19 regular season and postseason games in the United States.
19 games gives people several chances to find a favorite team, even if they miss the first pitch once or twice.
11 of those games will also appear on the other outlet at the same time.
Simulcast means the same game can be shown on both networks at the same time, right? That is handy when a remote control seems to have its own opinions.
Exactly. The deal gives us 19 streamed games with 11 shown on both outlets at once.
I like that the numbers fit together. They are not loose baseballs rolling under the couch.
The league also has 4 first-year teams.
4 teams, 4 new reasons for someone to wear a cap or start a friendly argument at dinner.
This is a media agreement for the league's first campaign, so it tells us where selected games will be available.
It does not tell us who will win every game, which is good because my lucky socks are not ready for that responsibility.
Your lucky socks can relax. In an inaugural campaign, even choosing when to cheer feels like part of meeting a new league.
First seasons have a special energy. Everyone is learning the names, the rhythms, and where the snack bowl belongs.
I would want to follow the league from that first campaign and see which game pulls me in.
And I might say, save me a seat, because a new game is more fun when someone nearby knows when to cheer.
Our third news story is about Bethany Frankel, 55. She will launch the Supermodel Cafe in East Quogue on August 13th.
An upcoming cafe opening gives me the same feeling as seeing a new shop sign go up on my usual walk. I start wondering what will be inside.
The pop-up is based on her TikTok and Instagram supermodel snacks and better-for-you recipes.
That phrase makes a snack sound as if it has a tiny dressing room and a very busy calendar.
The listed foods include lighter comfort foods, protein-packed snacks, lattes, lighter bagels, protein spreads, dips, caviar, and low-cal cheesecakes.
That is quite a table. A lighter bagel next to caviar feels like 2 very different guests finding each other at the same party.
The cafe will also have merchandise, and the design took 3 weeks.
3 weeks is a quick design window. I can barely decide where one kitchen towel should live in that time.
The story says customers will decide the demand for the cafe.
That makes sense. A pop-up can have a bright sign and a clever menu, but people decide with their visits, their orders, and their curiosity.
We know the opening date, the location, the recipe ideas, the merchandise, and the 3-week design period.
And we do not need to guess which item will become everyone's favorite. My latte vote is personal, not a forecast.
That lighter idea is what makes better for you sound so relaxed here. It leaves room for an afternoon snack without asking it to be perfect.
It feels kinder than pretending a snack has to be perfect. Sometimes you just want something that fits the afternoon a little better.
On a busy afternoon, I might simply say, I'm looking for a better-for-you snack.
Or, I am curious about the lighter bagels, which is exactly where my curiosity has landed.
Today we heard about a $5.5 million donation that helped a moon camp campaign pass its goal, a new media agreement for women's pro baseball, and an upcoming cafe in East Quogue. One story was about a place near a nest, one opened a new screen for baseball, and one put lattes and lighter bagels on the table. Our conversations stayed with the details we know while leaving room for personal reactions. That is a useful habit. Facts are the table, and our opinions can be the flowers in the middle, not the table itself. That brings us back to today's keyword, campaign. One had a $10 million goal, and another describes the league's inaugural campaign. I like how the same word can hold a deadline in one story and a first season feeling in another. Before we choose, think about which effort felt most vivid to you. Mine is the online recipes moving toward a real cafe counter. My phone and my snack plate finally have something to discuss. Which story interested you most? A. Moon Camp, B. Women's Pro Baseball, or C. Supermodel Cafe? I choose B.
A new league with 4 cities feels like an invitation waiting on the fridge.
I choose A because one donation and one clear goal can tell a powerful story about a particular place.
Tell us your choice and your reason in the comments. A short answer is more than welcome.
Please like, subscribe, and join us again for another English chat tomorrow.
Bring your curiosity, your tote bag, and perhaps a snack that does not need its own dressing room. See you tomorrow.